Hi guys, it's Miss Eliza. We're going to be using our California Common Core book. This is actually called Church Anthology. So this is the book for the name of the Common Core, the English Language Arts, is called Flores. So that's what we're going to use here. This is second grade, but again can be used for various lessons learned inside, can be connected to all ages. So this, and I'm going to So in this book, there are a lot of long stories, but there's also these short stories. And this is called an expository text. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to read them, and then we can discuss it when I'm This is called African Savannas, and we're going to learn what that means in a little bit. Plants and animals. A savanna is a special in Africa. In this part of Africa, tall grass grows. The savannas does have groups of trees. So trees, similar into like a forest. It has a lot of single trees across the grassland. Acacia trees in savannas. They have huge on the tree. The acacia trees, huge ones. Leaves of this tree are for giraffe. Trees grow here too. They are some of the oldest trees in the world. They can grow to be as wide as a house. So if we can, a house, the width of it is these baobab trees. They're huge. Just one baobab can be lizards, snakes, frogs, and birds. Entire life. Entire. What does that mean? It means their whole life. So that or the many lizards and the frogs, they don't move like people. We move. We go to one house, maybe we move. We kind of, but not the lizards or frogs with the baobab trees. Animals live in that one tree for their whole life. Different kinds of animals in the savanna. Zebras, lions, and meerkats all make the savanna their home. There are hooved animals in that Africa savanna than anywhere else world. Elephants, antelopes, giraffes, buffaloes, rhinos are just some of the hoofed animals found in the southern. Now our next, think about where you live. I'm thinking, what is like in each season? Well, we have here in California 4 seasons. Very seasons where we have different clothes. So let's talk about our 4 seasons. We have summer, winter, and we have fall, or we have autumn. So we have 4. So we sweat, we swim a lot, we wear short sleeve shirts and then we have springtime. And that's like right now where the days are hot, but we can feel the difference between a hot summer day and a spring day. Winter, it's cold, raining, it might be snowing in some areas. Mittens, we put on little beanies and big to keep ourselves warm. We have a fireplace going to keep us warm. Fall is nice. It's some cooler, but it's not like freezing. So here it said, discuss what in each season. So those are the 4 for us, and most of the time very different. We know the. Let's continue. It says African savannas have a season and a dry season. During the rainy season, it may rain for hours each. The rain, how long does it last? It says for months. So imagine every day that it would rain 4, 5, 6 hours and continue. It would happen again, and the next day for months, maybe 2 or 4 months. That's a lot of rain. It says, then there are 5 months with no rain. So we know. So for 7 months, it's raining. Nothing. 5 months at all. That's an African savanna is near the equator. I'm going to show you the picture in the book right now so you can see what the equator is. Let's look at that picture right there. So it says, kind of imaginary line that is in the middle of, so it's like half our world. That makes a savanna. A location is a place. So because where Africa kind of lies on our earth, how it's near the equator, that's why it is often always. Savannah is a special place filled with interesting animals and I'm going to let you guys kind of look at pictures. So on the bottom of the page, there's a little box. Make connections. Make connections. So we're going to read those questions and answer them. Review what we learned from this expositive text. So the first connection question, it says, what make Savannah think about seasons? Again, here where we can feel our different seasons. So how many seasons do we have here? I'll give you a minute to think. If you said, and we can feel those seasons. In this African savanna, feel how many different? Two. Was the continuous rain for hours and hours. Continuing rain, rain, rain. What happens? Nothing. Nothing. 5 months, not one drop, no rain. It's nothing. So that makes the different where we live here. Another thing, so when we go to our local park, do we see a lot? Do we see like one in the middle? Do we see maybe rows of trees like around the parks? Do we see one? That's it? Here in our local kind of land of trees. If you go to there are many trees. It's not just one. Sometimes if it's a made park, you'll see set up along like to give us, the shade. For our national and state parks that say you can't tree. So we have a lot of trees, and those trees are very valuable and important. But here in the book about savannas, it that savannas do not have groups, a lot of trees on there. There's not tree. No, there are few and they're scattered. One way over here, one maybe way over, one back here. So they're kind of spread out. They're not close. So that is also that makes the African different than where we live or used to see. And they also have very animals. What are the animals they said? Zebras. Can you think of the other one? Zebras, lions, elephants. So there are a lot of different things about the African and what makes it special. The second question, how are Ghana's land features different from those of the region you have read about? If you have not yet read about another region, think of the region, which is the area you live in. So we kind of like the trees, the land, because they have few scattered, and we have a lot of trees. Okay, so we kind of discussed that. Also, if you think about it, we have like rivers, ponds, lakes. We have a lot of water. These are grass. They said tall growing, the sign for grass. So that's also something different. A place that it has a lot. You're not going to see lakes or river, any kind of big area of water, just the dry grass. Parts of it, depending on, figure this out. So I have two pictures I'm going to show you. So right here, the grass with the zebra. What color is it? Green. Green. Now let's look on the bottom. I think those are the rhinos. The rhinos. Right down here. What color is that? It's like a brown. So what do we know about at our house or at our school? What does grass need to grow bright, healthy green? If you said water, you are correct. A lot of water keeps your grass green, especially during the hot. So like right now, it's beginning to warm up. So we need to water our grass for it to stay green. If it had no water, never got a drop, nothing. What does it become? It becomes like this, that tan brownish color. So these pictures and knowing what we know, grass and stay green and grow, let's connect that to the two major seasons that were talked about next. Do you remember? Season had about 7 months of continuous rain. Rained and rained and rained and rained and rained and rained for hours and hours. So knowing that connection to what we already know and what we see. During the rainy season, when it's raining for hours, for months and months and months, not stopping, which picture represents that? The zebras and this picture with the rhinos. Which which one do you think, and I bet is the one during season? This one or the? Yes, it's the green grass, because grass needs water to stay green and grow. Which means the 5 months that no water at all, that brown dead grass. Good. A few other little points. There's a picture right here. Let's read what that says, but I'm going to show you first. This corner picture right here. Can you read? So that's the picture of Africa. Africa is a country, and it's one of our continents. It says, savannas cover 2/5 of. So what does that mean? Excuse me. So this right here I were to kind of two-fifths of the entire Africa are exactly just read about. That is a little less than half. That is 40%. So 40%, that's 2/5. 40% of is a savanna. And the area of Africa. It is fifths or 40%. And one last review animals that live in this area, in this little area. So let's go through it. Well, we see the pictures of the zebras, and in this picture right here, and I'll show you again, it says herds means not one, like big herds of zebras. Here's another good language word. Roam. What does that mean? Roam. Go. They roam. So remember, these large, full of the grass. Running at a park, and you just run everywhere because it was fun. You're roaming, you're roaming, you're going, you're going. So it says, zebras roam savannas. Here they are to an acacia tree. Big acacia trees look right here. And let's look at this tree. That looks like the cheetah. Looks like he's kind of just plopped there. Now, at all the other animals, maybe. So again, this lesson was a short informational expository text from our California Common Core curriculum at the second grade level. The Oh, there we go. That anthology book. And that's it. So I hope you learned something about another country. Africa, it's very beautiful and interesting, and it's very different from where we live. So it's to learn about different. So again, this was part of the ELA, and it also incorporates the like history, geography. So that's why it's wonderful. It incorporated history and for us to kind of gain